there, good looking. Welcome to my all levels killer leg workout. That is right. It does not matter what level of fitness you're at, you're going to love this workout. Listen, we are going to strengthen the legs as well as work power for the lower body and then also some corrective moves for the lower body so that we keep those hips and knees of yours happy. Now you need some tools for this workout, so I would love for you to grab a pair of heavy dumbbells. For reference, I'm using 20s. You also need access to either a bench or, the edge of your couch or bed or, something to rest your upper back on. Even a chair would work. Now I'm also using a glider in this workout. If you don't own a glider, you can also grab a tea towel or a paper plate. And if you don't have any of that, don't worry about it. I'll show you how you can work around that move. All right, you ready? Awesome. Lace up your runners. Let's go get warmed up. Hello there, I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com as well as over50fitness.co. And hey, heads up, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button so we can keep going into your inbox and keep you fit. If you're watching this on Over 50 Fitness ads free, head to our private community after this workout so you and I can chat about what you thought of it. Now we need to get warmed up and then we are diving into this killer leg workout. I cannot wait to share this with you. All right, now, beginners, you're going to do a step back for me as we alternate, all right? Others, I want you to bring all the way down into half kneeling and then stand and then bring yourself all the way down. So your knee hits the mat, and now let's add a little reach up into a hip extension there and lengthen into the hip flexors. So if you're not able to get the knee down all the way down to your mat, you go down as low as it feels comfortable and then raise the arms and continue with the movement. And if you're part of the 10-day Booty Love and Leg Challenge, welcome to day 7. Holy, how are your shoulders feeling from yesterday's workout? I know this is supposed to be a lower body workout, but we toasted those shoulders in our cardio workout yesterday. Last one here. And release. All right, single leg kicks. Have one arm out, extend it out, kick up and back down. So we're dynamically hitting into the back of your leg here, your hamstring. Yeah, it was a great little cardio routine, in which we did a ton of abs as well. But yeah, I felt my shoulders. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, here we go, step it up. So the way this workout is programmed is we have a set of traditional strength exercises, 3 rounds. We follow that with 1 round of a power move, and then we follow that with a round of corrective movements. Again, like I mentioned in the intro, to keep the knees and hips happy. Last one, beautiful. Take it down onto your butt. 90-90 drill. So you want the front knee and hip 90, back knee and hip at 90. And make sure that this ankle is lined up with that back knee. Hands can be behind you, lift yourself up, windshield wiper the knee, see other side, and do it again. Now you're going to want to stay to the very end of this workout too, because I have a hip thrust challenge for us that is going to toast the tush. All right, if you're able to, lift the arms up and now lean towards that front shin. This is a really good hip internal-external rotation mobility drill, which will warm up that area of the body for our lunges and our squats. Good. Last 4, 3, 1 more each side. 2, 1 more. And 1. On your back for me, heels close to your bum, feet hip width apart. Drive the hips up, waking up into the glutes. Keep the rib cage knitted so we're not flaring the ribs. And really squeezing that tush on that up part. Just warming up, waking up those glutes. So we're starting the movement with a goblet squat. And if you can, I want you to elevate your feet. So let's do 2 more here so I can talk about this. Good. And come on into a standing position. So if you can, if you've got a light pair of dumbbells, I have these wedges that I use. I'm going to place my heels on top of that and we'll perform an elevated goblet squat. So take a look around and see if you can place either your heels on the edge of a small pair of dumbbells or a small weight plate or some books, okay, just something. This is a really nice beginner squat because if you've got tight hips, it's going to help us open up the hips a bit. Now, once you've got that, grab onto one dumbbell, feet are shoulder width or a bit wider, toes will turn out a bit. Hold the dumbbell up here, that's why they call it a goblet squat, and sink all the way down. So by having your heels elevated, we're going to allow the hips to open up a bit more, as well as take out some of maybe ankle mobility that you might have limitations in, and perhaps allow you to go a little deeper with the squat without compromising, I should say, your low back. Now 40 seconds are on the clock, and then we follow this. This is working the front of our body, or anterior side of the body. And then we'll follow this with a posterior chain movement and flow through that for 3 rounds. One more. Time. All right. RDL, all right, Romanian deadlift. I'm grabbing onto a dumbbell in each hand. Oh, I lied, I have 25-pound dumbbells. Oh gosh, look at me go. Feet apart, okay? Nice and tall on the spine. Hinge to the hips, push your bum back, and then drive through and come all the way up. You can also hold on to one dumbbell, but the most important factor on any type of deadlift pattern is that you're hinging through the hip joint. So we're trying to push the bum back like we're seeking the wall behind us. We're not bending through sort of the pant section where your belly button is, your lower lumbar, and then we're coming all the way up. Last 10 seconds, and then we take it back to that goblet squat. I did not know I grabbed 25s. Time. All right, here we go. I'm in it now, aren't I? I'm in the deep end now. Ready? Goblet squat and go. Now, if you don't feel like going all the way down like I am, don't worry about it. You go down as deep in this squat pattern as your knees feel they can, all right? Now, our heart rates are going to get elevated in this workout too, just a little FYI. One more. Time. All right, let's get set up for that deadlift. Bend the knees to pick up your dumbbell. Feet are about shoulder width apart, so a bit wider when it comes to an RDL. Shrug the shoulders back and down, push the bum back, knees will bend, drive all the way up. So once again, that hip hinge, if you're not familiar with it, do the movement with no weight or just one dumbbell. Really learn it before you start adding load. One more rep. All right, last round, okay? Just your heels are elevated. So it's just half your foot is up on whatever you're putting your feet up. Dumbbell is close to the body. Shoulders back and down, head up, and go. Make sure you come all the way out of that squat. Good job. Now, our next move, our LDL, and then we move on to the power move I told you about. That's how this whole workout will flow. One more. Time. All right. Grab the other dumbbell if you'd like. So here's the side view. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Push your bum back. Knees are soft. Drive up. Now, if you're like me and holding on to the heavier side of dumbbells, what's going to get us first is our grip. That is totally normal. And that's usually what will limit most women on how heavy we can lift. So if you've got to drop the dumbbells in between sets to shake out the hands, go for it. Last one. And release. All right, one dumbbell only. Unless you have sensitivity in the low back, then I don't want you to use a dumbbell at all, okay? We've got a Woodchop, holding on to the dumbbell on that fat end. Squeeze the glutes, dumbbell comes up to shoulder height, and we get the dumbbell up there because we're using our hips to do so. It's that hip hinge again, like we just did in the RDL. And we're, as mentioned, this is a swing pattern, so there's some momentum. Whew. And do your best. Our corrective exercise is coming up next, in which I am going to use a glider, but if you don't own one, you're just going to do the same thing without one, okay? So we only have one of these, one power move. Woo. Time. Excellent. All right. Mirror me. Okay, if you've got a tea towel, you can also use that. Now, we have a stutter inner thigh step. So, hinge, bend that knee, slide out, bring it halfway, slide out again, and then come up. In, stutter, out. In, stutter, out. Knee tracking with the toe. So you're going to feel a lot in the stabilizing leg, and then we've got the inner thigh fired up. That's extending out to your side here, what we call adducting out to your side. Only one round of these. One more. Time. Whew, other side. So if you don't have the glider, you can apply some pressure, the foot into the ground to add that resistance to fire up that inner thigh. All right, sink down, slide out, stutter in, and up. Sink down, bum goes back, drive up. Good. So I have a bit of weight, probably about 25% of my body weight on this leg. Everything else is here. One more corrective drill after this, and then we move on. Time. All right. No more of that. All right. Once again, you're mirroring me. This is a standing fire hydrant to work the stabilizers in the outer hip. Soften the stabilizing leg, bend the other one at 90. Lift up like you've got a string attached to the outside of the knee. Focus your stare on something stationary and try to hold your balance. I want you to see if you can balance yourself without holding on to anything. This is part of the move. So standing fire hydrant, 40 seconds, and then the other leg. You'll most likely feel the stabilizing leg, the outer hip, way faster than you do on this leg that's abducting away from the body. Again, totally normal. Don't worry. Time. Whoo, shake it out. Hang it out. Quick sip. We've got the other leg to do, okay? So you're going to soften that right knee now. Bend the other leg at 90. Focus your stare on something stationary and lift. And recognize you may have one side that's a lot more balanced than the other. So now you know, right? If you're feeling you're all over the place on one side, we just focus on that side. This is good feedback your body's giving you. This is a great move if you do get knee or hip pain. This is also, these 2 corrective moves that I've been doing are great if you're a runner or if you walk a lot for your fitness. All right, we're moving into strength after this. Lunges, time, followed by a marching bridge. So anterior chain and then posterior. I'm going to hold on to my dumbbells. Step back with your left leg for me. Now you go down as far as you want for your stationary lunge so that back knee can just bend a little bit or a lot. Front knee stays behind your toe box. It might go a little past, but not too much. And then this back, shoulder, and hip are aligned. When we come back up, we're straightening that front leg completely. This will challenge your balance as well. And again, you go down as deep as it feels comfortable. It's a great move because it's functional. How do we walk? Well, kind of like this, right? 1 foot in front of the other. So we hit a lot of muscles that we need to keep strong for active living. All right, so feet hip width apart. Okay, this is where I see a lot of lunges go bad. Now step back with your feet still hip width apart. Yes? Okay, ready? And down. I see a lot of people stepping back with that foot so it's directly behind the front leg. And you just can't stay balanced that way. So pretend you're on some railroad tracks and you're keeping your feet aligned with those railroad tracks even when that leg is behind you. Whew. When the timer goes, we head onto the mat with 1 dumbbell for some marching bridges. 1 more here. Time. Whew. All right. So lay the dumbbell across the hips. All right. Feet hip width apart and heels close to your bum. Now lift the hips up for me and hold them there. And hold your dumbbell there. So the glutes are taking the weight of that dumbbell. All right, you there? Okay, good. Now lift your left leg up like you're marching, and then your right leg. And when we do the march, we're going to pause there for a second so that we're only on 1 leg for a good breath. So as mentioned, this is not going to work the posterior chain of the body. So the whole workout's like this. All right, front, back of body, power move, corrective move. Boom. Balanced workout. Right here. This also gives our knees a break, as well as our grip strength to hold on the dumbbells. Time. All right, so take it back to the lunge, round 2 of 3. Where's our setup? Feet hip width. Now step back with the feet still hip width. Settle in, back shoulder and hip aligned, and take it down. Time. Whew. Whew. I'm really quiet on this workout, hey? Yeah, I'm challenging myself. All right, other leg. Here we go. Set up. Feet hip width. Step back and lunge. Marching bridges coming up. Whew. 1 more. Whoa, yeah. Whew. All right. Dumbbell resting on the hips. Heels close to the bum. Our first setup, push through the heels, lift the hips up. Perfect. Get the dumbbell stable. Now, march it. Hold that leg off your ground for a good breath. So on this, you've got constant tension in the glutes for the full 40 seconds. And then we also offset it by working each glute independently. And then get the obliques, your waist muscles fired up. Erector group in the spine fired up. And a bit of hammy too. Hamstrings are going to definitely work. Time. All right, crew. One more of each. Whew. All right. Feet hip width. Step back. Ready, set. Yeah, you are. Come on. Come on. It's our last round. One more rep. Time. Whew. Oh, shake those hands out. Someone keeps texting me. Don't they know I'm busy? All right, here we go. Go. I think in hindsight, I would not have bought an Apple Watch. You're too connected. It's dinging, it's ringing, notifications. So if you're looking for a fitness watch, yeah, don't get the Apple Watch. There's better fitness watches out there. Here we go, last one. Oh, come on. Time. Holy moly. All right, bridges, okay, and then we're moving into our power move. Whew. We're almost there. Ready? Hip bridge for me. Good, now hold it there and march it. The amazing peeps over in my Patreon community, they really like their Fitbits. So if you are in the market for a watch, a fitness watch, maybe check that out. But Apple's actually crap for a fitness watch. The other thing my watch does, I don't know if you have an Apple Watch, you know this, time. I'll tell you later. We got to get busy here. All right, we've got a glute power RDL, okay? So sink down, step back and up. Sink down, step back and up. Same leg. Good. Down, back, up. Down, back, up. So you're going to lean forward so that it fires up that glute, the leg that's not moving. And if you've been part of the 10-day challenge, you know how we can manipulate whether it becomes a hip-dominant exercise or a knee-dominant exercise by where we position our torso. Okay, let's pick it up. This is our power move where the heart rate comes up. Whew. And we also toast that leg. One more. Time. Whew. Shake it out. Shake it out. Anyways, what was I going to say is the Apple Watch will shame you if you're sitting for too long. Here we go. Sink down. We've got the other leg. So it's sort of like a lunge, hip hinge, and back. Lunge, hip hinge, tap back. Yeah, so if you're like Netflixing and it starts to ding on you, it's going to shame you into getting your ass off the couch. I don't like that. I don't need my watch shaming me. If I want to sit for 4 hours and watch Dexter, damn it, I'm going to do it. Whew. We're moving into our corrective drill coming up, and we're on our mat for that. One more. Time. Okay. Everybody on their right side. Take your left leg and place it behind you, heel close to the bum. You're on the forearm, all right? Got it? Lead with the heel and lift that leg up. Beautiful. Now, for those of you that want to up the ante, make this a little spicier, you push through that back leg and then hold yourself up. So those are your options. 40 seconds, you're going to feel the inner thigh. Make sure you're leading with the heel. All right, not toeing up. So you've really got to focus on that foot on that bottom leg that we're moving up and down. 10 more seconds and we'll stay on this side to work the outer hip, this top leg here. Here we go, last 4, 3, 2, one more, 1. All right, lying down for me now. Knees are in, roll the top hip forward, take the feet, place them together, and then lift the top leg up only and close it. Now just close it until it just barely touches that inside of your knee. Keep that top hips rolled forward the entire time. So I like to bring my top hand and kind of lean into it. Working the glute med now, the outer hip. Keep up the tempo. It's one round, okay? If your hip's getting tired, don't worry about it. Empathy 101 right here. Come on. Time. Woo! All right, so other side. So our setup, forearm, okay? Elbow and shoulder. This back leg is bent and we've placed the heel close to the bum. All right, now lead with the heel and lift that leg up, trying to keep the inside of your foot parallel to your ceiling. Now you want a bit more, lift up, hold up. Good. So this is our corrective exercise portion of the workout. Your prehab drills so you don't hurt yourself. Strengthening all those little stabilizers that are important for our bigger lifts like the squats, lunges, and deadlifts. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, clams. Here we go. Come right down on that bottom arm. Bring the knees ahead. Tilt that top hip forward. Keep the feet together and lift. And then your knees just barely touch and then boom, it's back up again, okay? We get a water after this. Trainer's promise. This has been a good flow of movements. I'm happy you came. And I hope you challenged yourself with some heavy dumbbells. If not, favorite this workout, come back to it, maybe try a little heavier. One more. Time. Woo! All right. Before that water, how about we bring the knees into the chest? Woo! Maybe rock them side to side. So we'll grab some water. I have a awesome hip thrust challenge for us, and then we'll finish off with some stretches. So you're 2 minutes away from stretches. Hang in there. All right, come on up and grab that water if you need it. Okay, grab some water. This is where we need access to either a bench or the side of your couch or bed. If you don't have any of that, you're going to do the same thing we're doing. However, you're in a bridge position here. Okay? Yes? Perfect. Now I'm going to put my timer on. We have 2 minutes of glute fun, and then we stretch. So we have a 30-second setup. So if you're on the mat, heels close to the bum. If you're joining me with a bench or side of your couch or bed, all right, we want to position ourselves so the bottoms of the shoulder blades are resting on the edge. Walk your feet so that they're hip width apart, and as best as you can judge, heels underneath the knees. Now tuck the chin in, and you're going to keep looking straight ahead even when your bum is on the top part, all right? Now we have 30 seconds here where you are lifting up only with the right leg, left leg drives up and down. So it's just a one-legged hip thrust for 30 seconds while you're still looking straight ahead, pushing through that right heel. Don't care too much about this left knee, so we're not using that and swinging it and driving us to get ourselves up there, all right? It's lifting because we're just using that right side. Chin's tucked in. One more. Whew. Now left heel on the ground. Go. Drive up. Beautiful. Trying to come up high, drop the bum down low. Working into that hinge pattern, feeling those glutes. 30 seconds each cheek, and then 30 seconds of both feet on the ground. Last two. One more. Feet hip width. Go. Both legs. Good. Now if you'd like, take your hand and hold on to your head. I find my neck fatigue, so that helps. But you're driving the hips up and only moving through the hip area, not your upper back area. Squeeze the booty so the knees, hip bones, and shoulders are all in one line. Drop the hips down. Shoulder blades resting on the side of your couch. Last one here. Good. Now pull the toes up and last 30 seconds. Toes are up. Now, if you've ever been prone to shin splints, you might feel this one with the toes up because we're working that muscle. So that's kind of good. So our last one, come on. 10 more seconds. One more. Now drop the toes, lift the hips, and hold. Good. Push those heels into the ground. Lift those hips up high. Breathe it. Really hold it. Here we go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Woo, baby. Good job, you. All right. What do you say we stretch? Yeah. Okay, let's take ourselves away from whatever we were on. Right ankle crosses over that left thigh. Walk that left foot towards the bum and push your chest towards that shin. Now flex that foot. So right foot is flexed, protects the knee so we don't twist it. Great job, you. So you did it all. We squatted, we deadlift, we did fire hydrants, inner thigh, power moves, and we finished off with a nice hip thrust series. So that hip thrust is one of the gold standards for activating and getting the glutes stronger. Like I said, it actually works really well with a couch. In some of my workouts, we use a chair, and the chair can dig on the upper back area, but couch won't, right? Whew. All right, let's do the other side. Flex the foot. Oh, press your chest towards that shin. Oh, boy. And release. All right, moving into the quadriceps and hip flexor. I recommend you double up your mat or get a pillow. Place your left knee and then your left laces up on either your couch, chair, bench, or wall. Then step the other leg forward and lift up and say hello to that quad. Now this front ankle and knee are aligned. You're upright in the upper body, so we're not leaning into that front leg. The further away you are from this back leg, the less intense the stretch is in the quad, so adjust accordingly. Now, once you've got the stretch where you need it for your quad, Inhale this left arm straight up and exhale and lean away so we get into the TFL. Couple more breaths. And release. All right, now let's release that leg. Other leg up. And again, the closer you are to your foot, the more intense the stretch is going to be in that quad. So you find what's going to give you the best stretch and then start positioning your body in good alignment. So hips, knees, foot straight ahead. You're upright, front knee and ankle aligned. And now inhale that right arm straight up, bringing the rib away from the hip, and then lean away. Couple more breaths. And release down. Take yourself onto your back for me, please. Extend the left leg straight up. Get into the hamstrings now. Now lift the head up, slide the chin in so the back of the neck is long, and press that left knee away from you. So I'm going to tell you a story. Getting set up for this workout, I injured myself and had to ice my knee before we even started filming. Loving husband and I carried this up from my downstairs gym, and as we were carrying it up, I whacked my knee on the metal part here. Yeah, I'm gonna have a nice bruise right on the kneecap, like right where there is absolutely no cushion. It's just bone. Release. So I had to ice my knee because it's swollen. So those lunges, actually I was surprised the lunges with 50 pounds felt okay. But yeah, that's going to leave a mark for tomorrow. The things I do for you guys. Just bugging you. Couple of deep breaths. Now you're going to feel that first stretch. When you first extended the leg, you're going to feel that tightness subside a bit. At that point, I encourage you to see if you can take it a little deeper. Right leg, now cross it right over the left, all right? How a lady would sit. And I say that extremely sarcastically. Bring both knees up to the chest, and if you're able to, bring the hands underneath and grab onto that left shin and pull the knees in, and you'll feel a nice stretch in the right glute. So you know, now that I've hit my knee, that's the only thing I'm going to hit now for the next week. Isn't that the case when we heard something? I know that's what happens with LH. He hurts himself a lot more. He uses heavy equipment all the time. Thank goodness I don't. I wouldn't have a limb left. And release, I would be limbless. I would be a limbless trainer on YouTube. Let's cross the other leg over and come on up. Oh. I may have alluded in the past, I am not extremely coordinated. Which is why I banged my knee on the bench. But I'm fun to have at a dance because you can just sit there and laugh at me. I don't care though. I used to care. But we get in our 50s, right? We don't care anymore. I just get up there and have fun. All right, now take the legs up. Lift the heels up to the ceiling and open up the knees. Good, and you can place your hands very lightly on just above the inside of the knees there, and just create a deeper stretch into the inner thighs. And hands on the outside of the legs. Use the arms to bring the knees together, and let's pull those knees into our chest. Stay here for a few breaths. If you want to add movement to this, maybe side to side or circles, go for it. I'm proud of you for showing up, and you need to honor yourself that you did. So when we're done, I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. It's not easy to work out at home. There's a lot of distractions. And you put them away, you did your best, and I'm damn proud, and you should be damn proud of yourself. So, kudos to you. Rock yourself up. And there you go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. Can't wait to hear what you thought of the workout, and we will see you next session. Bye.